following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the Money Night Raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, it's a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Well. 39th anniversary Survivor Series, y'all. Shit. Let's just talk about it. Welcome back to the Mike Knoxxx Show. The show the pros, you, the intelligent wrestling fans, all your toes and rock and rollers listen to. Longest running podcast, don't matter. We're just here to talk about wrestling today. And my name is Mike Knoxxx. I'm your host, produced by Mike Knoxxx, directed by Mike Knoxxx, edited by Mike Knoxxx, put together by Mike Knoxxx, because damn it, Mike Knoxxx is that man. And if you don't like it, well, Mike, who you voting for today? Well, you should know by now.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
So that's me. And welcome to the program. Welcome back, Coach P and his Washington Commanders gear. What's going on, Coach?
Every day, all day, baby. What's good with you? What's up with everybody, man?
I stole your John from a couple weeks back, right? I'm gonna keep it a Wilt. That's been my favorite John for a while, right?
Keep it a Wilt, man.
I'm just gonna keep it. I'm keeping it real.
That's what we doing this morning?
That's what I'm doing this morning, man.
All right, let's go there then. Let's go there.
The 39th annual WWE Survivor Series, now WarGames, was ass. I'm sorry. I'm so sick and tired of Paul Vasquez. I don't know if it's him, right? Because we gave him glory for 10 years for the success of NXT. And we thought, okay, Vince leaves. That's what they're doing. This is going to be amazing. But then I put things in perspective, Coach. And that is, I understand business is business. And when you go public, which they were for a while, but then you get bought out by a company like TKO, who now has the real imprint on this business, we don't know what he's allowed to actually do. And I just want there to be a fair an assumption, because he's getting ripped on the internet. Okay, people calling for him to be fired, this and that and the third. This is America, and I know he's filthy rich. I don't call for nobody to get fired. That's just me. Okay, so I'm not saying that's for the man's job, because again, we don't know, Coach, what's going on backstage. We don't know what he's allowed to do and not to do. But as a wrestling fan, right, it's been said for years how we compare wrestling, right? Last week's show here on this past Monday, actually, I talked about WarGames versus Blood and Guts. Would one live up to the hype, or is AEW catching steam, taking it to another level? And I got to say this, as I said on Monday, okay? Blood and Guts was better than Survivor Series. And that was on fucking free television. And here's my reason why. This is nothing to the competitors in the ring. It's the lack of storytelling. It's the continuous bullshit of in your face, this is what it is. This is all you have. This is all I'm going to show you. Wrestling. Here go my top stars. I'm going to brand this completely off of everybody who's successful, and that's the story point. Then you have fans that are selling out across the world because they just want to be part of something cool. I'm wearing my Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady to go heel, Tupac Shakur, never seen 17 Cena shirt, because, yes, I knew for it without a shadow of a doubt he was going to lose last night. That don't mean that he's supposed to lose last night. This has been the worst farewell tour. Can they take a page from what AEW did with Sting? Please? Please. I was there for a few of Sting's final showings that year in AEW. Marvelous. Marvelous. I love Cena. I'm actually thinking that he's probably my favorite superstar of all time. No bullshit. I'm not even lying.
Wow, that's big.
I think he's
That's
grown
big.
to being my favorite superstar of all. You were in the building with me one time. All right, how I
He's
acted towards a certain
past
wrestler.
Hickenbottom. He's past Mr.
I will
Hickenbottom.
always love Mr. Hickenbottom. Okay, but as I said to my kids, Shawn Michaels had 2 different careers, and they spanned it with a huge gap in between the two. And when he came back, he wasn't really Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid I fell in love with. He was Shawn Michaels, who we are now, coming back from injury. Okay,
but he was still good though.
He was still good. Okay, I'm not taking none of that away from the guy.
I'm going to say this: he doesn't get enough credit for what he did. I think he should get more credit because let's keep it a Wilt, man.
Keep it a Wilt.
He carried that company, man, for a minute.
Yeah, when they had
and
nobody there.
He was an integral figure.
And I think
in
Cena,
their reemergence.
Cena did the same thing, Coach.
Right. I'm not saying he didn't, but this is just a shout out to Michael Hickenbottom. He carried that company, man, at a crucial time. It wasn't at his most popular, but without that particular time, without HBK, you know what I mean? He was a superstar, bro, a superstar. And then when they got back on their feet, he was an integral part of that, man. He doesn't get enough credit, I think, man.
No,
but
I personally think he gets a lot of credit, especially from the wrestling purists like ourselves. Even the wrestlers themselves say, hey, there's nobody in the ring they'd rather wrestle with than Shawn Michaels. That's been said, right? He can wrestle a broomstick, him, AJ, Kurt Angle, things like that. But I'm saying
he could have made Goldberg look great.
That's a tough task, right?
That's
but
hard.
Again, I don't think Goldberg is hard.
I love Goldberg.
Goldberg is I think people forget that WCW run with Goldberg, and they just want to look at what happened with him and Bret Hart, and because they have no life to say, well, I hate Goldberg because what he did to Bret Hart. It was fucked up. Right, but damn, it happens in the ring. It's wrestling. It's
wrestling.
What they call it? Occupational hazard.
I hate to go off tangent, man, but Bret Hart is my guy.
Yeah,
but man, that guy, he is fucking bitter,
miserable.
Bro. My God, somebody give that man some box and some tequila, Jesus, or some therapy. That guy, I ain't seen Bret Hart smile in like 10 years.
And he got a black woman.
My God.
So he should be a little happier.
This is not the black effect, bro. He is spiraling. Every time you talk, I digress, man. That's another topic for another day.
So here's my thing though about last night. When I watched the Survivor Series and I look back to being a Ute, right?
A Ute?
A Ute. Where's the backstage segments? Where's the promos? Where's the things that lead you in for the casual audience fan that just may have tuned in for Survivor Series to go, oh, this is what this rivalry is for? There were no video packages put together. This was lazy. I said it 2 weeks ago. If you look at the picture, I said lazy ass booking, right? Lazy ass booking. I'm not a fan of saying, oh, I love the line, from my movie Can't Buy Me Love. Oh, watch this. I bet he'd kick him, right? But I'm feeling Owen Hartish today.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Somebody got to tell Trips. And I don't want to hear the bullshit about, oh, we're selling out everywhere. We're the highest grossing we've ever been. Motherfucker, inflation is different. Today they gonna tell me that Drake's better than Biggie on the microphone, or Drake's better than Tupac, or had a more impactful thing because the record sales show it. Huh? Yes, I'm not dissing Drake, but compared to the greats of all time,
shout out to
movies. Look at E.T. when it came out in '83. It was on maybe 2,000, 3,000 theaters. Today we got over 500,000 theaters, 100,000 alone in America. Of course, it's going to be booming business. We're in a time where everybody wants to pull out their phones and say, look, I was there. Look who I'm with. Oh, I saw them. Half these guys aren't even fans. Yeah. They're just going to be going.
Yeah.
And last night to me showed that. It was 4 hours. And again, nothing towards the girls we're going to talk about in the second comment below. Let us know your thoughts. I just do not understand how any fan, and I've been there. You're the best man in my wedding, Coach Phil. Okay, I have been a WWE head coffee pourer since you've known me. Right? People have accused me so many times of I don't watch no other product, and I didn't watch them as intensely as WWE. But my God, why am I watching you other than my predisposed disposition to watch what I'm accustomed to? And what I'm accustomed to, Phil, last night was ass. Speak on your thoughts before we get into these matches.
I mean, it was ass. I mean, well, okay. So I'll say this. I'll say this. I think to put it into context, you said it before though, man, because it would have been very mid by itself, right? But unfortunately, we had the ability to see blood and guts a couple weeks earlier, and that didn't do it any justice, bro. I mean, and don't get me wrong, because blood and guts is the extreme of what that kind of match is.
I'm sorry.
They have taken the true essence of.
You're an NWA guy.
Yeah, they've taken the true essence of WarGames.
Thank you.
And up the ante on it. To me, WWE is not really a WarGames sort of thing unless you're going to do it from a mid-card stand. Let JD McDonough and them guys do it. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and them motherfuckers, they are not in a position to do any sort of WarGame shit. They're not at that. They're way past their point in that career where they're willing to, they're not going to be willing to do the shit that makes this kind of match jump off the screen. I'm sorry. Shout out, and we'll talk about that, the difference between the men's and women's matches. But you're not going to tell me Roman Reigns is going to jump off the top of the cage onto the Spanish announce table.
He's not.
It's just fucking not going to happen. Not going to happen, bro. It's not. Jey Uso at this point in his career, I ain't doing that shit. I'm not coming off the top of the cage. I'm not doing nothing crazy. And that hurts the match because you are putting your headliners in that kind of match. Them motherfuckers over at AEW, they don't give a fuck. They just all about the show, my guy. They don't give a fuck.
But they're also
WWE
WWE's also told Coach to not do certain things. They're not. You think gonna let Bronson Reed yet again go back up top and break his ankle again?
Nope, absolutely not. And that is a smart move. Stop trying to put on the WarGames concepts. Knock it off. It's not, you can't do it. Right. Whether you're being told not to as an investment in the product or the actual talent, or it's just not your brand to do that kind of match. Stop that. Make it a special event for mid-card motherfuckers that's willing to do that.
When it came back perfectly for NXT.
Yeah,
when NXT got WarGames, it made us hype. So when it got brought to the main roster, like, okay, this is the same Coach Phil with Hell in a Cell, in a sense, right? It's lost everything about it that made Hell in a Cell. That's not your thing anymore. You can't, right? Why call it that? Elimination Chamber. They had inadvertently blood. That wasn't on purpose blood. There was nothing to have them bleed. You got a fake trash can with EO's name. You know what? Let's just start here at the men's Royal Rumble.
Punk will bleed. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the extreme activity in the match, the bumps, nobody's doing those kind of bumps, man, that needs to be done in that kind. Because now it makes it even worse that the announcers will say, yeah, this is the kind of match that you're never the same once you leave it.
Yeah.
I don't believe that because all of those, nobody's changed from that match.
No.
Nobody's coming out of that match saying, man, Hell in a Cell changed my life forever.
Maybe Liv Morgan from Elimination Chamber because the whip she got from Bianca Belair. But But let's dive into the men's side of things that ended the show last night. And of course, the men won this match. The villains, if you will, the heels, which I called. I said, but I also called. I thought this was for Jimmy to get over on Jimmy. So I'm gonna just say this about my Jimmy Uso conspiracy. I'm a Jimmy Uso guy. Yes, I love the yeet, all that stuff. I have zero disrespect or hate for any Uso. Let me just say that right here. I love them both. I'm an Uso guy. I just feel that Jimmy's lost in the sauce because of everything that's happened. And I want more for Jimmy. That's my fantasy booking. Okay,
That's
so
fair. I agree with that. I do want more for Jimmy because it's sad to see how far his brother has rocketed past him.
mhm.
And you know, shit happens in wrestling. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I think that possibly could be the reason why you know the Street Profits may be being held back from a breakup because you don't necessarily want that to happen. But I
Well,
don't
they're
even
saying
think
that's
that's the
coming
case with
soon.
the Profits because the Usos are literally twin brothers. Like it
Yeah.
just feels weird that one is like so much more over than the other one.
But here's the thing about that as well. Before we talk about the elephant in the room, at some point, and here's the difference. I need wrestling fans to hear me, right? Because this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. I understand the bitching about the running it back, the entrance in the middle of War Games. I absolutely get that was from my age perspective, that was corny. But I also understand
You wearing it out. You
but
wearing
I
it out is what you're
understand
doing.
the company that I'm watching, right?
Mhm.
And those fans are calling for this, and it's all supposed to be about us, the fans.
I'll
So
sum it up. I'll sum it up and say this.
please,
I look at it like the NBA product, right? Um, do I like all of the fucking threes that's being shot?
absolutely not.
No, not I don't. But it's accepting the reality that this is where it is right now.
Today,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? It's just different. It is. I can't hold on to what I used
used
to
to be
love. It just
right.
is what it is right now,
But you have to admit,
and
it was
I
pretty
just have
corny.
to bear with it. It is
You have
what
to
it
admit it was
is.
pretty corny, and it's War Games. This isn't a regular match. This isn't when he's coming out and he's the first person in the ring and he can run it back because he's the first person coming out
Right.
because the crowd is hyped. You're in the middle of what's supposed to be called War Games, a concept you stole that you now own from NWA Crockett Promotions. When I watched War
What
Games as a kid and I saw Nikita Koloff and the Four Horsemen and Sting, Dusty Rhodes, Luger, and these guys repeating, I'm talking about the War Games, the Midnight Express.
Let me ask you a question. What about this felt like war?
Not a damn thing.
What about this felt even survivorish? This
Not a
wasn't like
damn
there was
thing.
no high stakes in this match. There was
Zero.
nobody got hurt. Like you're supposed to have people getting hurt in this match. Like this is supposed to put people out of wrestling for a couple weeks or months. You know what I mean? You didn't get it. This
The
was a
best
regular match inside of 2 cages, bro.
Survivor Series is called Survivor Series because there's a survivor in the matches of the elimination. I get it. There is a survivor in this. There's a War Games. There is survivors. Okay. You even take away the little nuance that you added to it by having the shark cage out there for them. That was gone. Okay. The best, and again, let me say this. This was to be the best match of the night, though. Right? I thought they did. I thought they got it on. I thought they got watching Brock Lesnar say "fuck that." I'm gonna go meet Roman at the entrance. I love that.
That was hard. That was hard.
I love that.
That was hard. Because at this point, both of them is just aura farming.
That's just who they are, right?
Yeah, they're both of them dudes are because you got the sentiment now, you know, throughout the wrestling world that we don't need this right now. And
Yeah.
shit, we actually do need this shit because
Ain't
these two
nothing else there.
motherfuckers are aura farming every time they see each other. And that feels like a build-up to something. Like these two motherfuckers are literally just fucking Goku and Vegeta fucking powering up. It's a marvelous thing to see. I don't care what nobody say. Like I can watch that shit because there's a story behind it. These two motherfuckers deserve the spotlight, and it's bad. It's terrible that, and it happens naturally with them two. They just have it. They have that aura. Everybody don't got it, so everybody can't do that.
I just can't.
They didn't belong in this match.
I just can't get over. Again, everything with me is about fans because it's up to us to stop things, which we never will do. Right? It's video game fans will always still buy Madden, no matter how bad Madden continues to disappoint every year. 2K fans will still put out the money and know that it's a pay-as-you-go game. You want to be good, you got to spend $100 to make your guy good. Okay, shit
Right.
like that. Here in the WWE now, it's like, oh, here go Brock Lesnar. Here go Roman Reigns. Like I'm playing the game, or I'm on the headset in my iPro group, and my man said, "Oh, Brock Lesnar's back." Don't even watch wrestling, but he knows Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? So that's where wrestling's getting to again. It's getting to a point where it was where it went and now what we're going to get. They talking about the past, the future, and the present. Well, the present wrestling is nothing we've ever loved in this company. It's going to continue to be based upon the superstars they make. They put matches together first of all, having no traditional Survivor Series match at all ruined the Survivor Series. That automatically took 4 points off of it, no matter
It's
what
not Survivor Series.
It's Survivor Series, and that's what it's built on, right? So then the elephant in the room. Let me just say this right now because my kids are watching as well, and I had to think about it. I couldn't get the thoughts in my head because I was trying to get prepared for the show today. And I knew it then. I'm going to say it now. I don't know if this is a true answer or not. Nobody knows. No, it's not Dean Ambrose. He's under contract. It's Austin Theory. I've been waiting for Austin Theory for a while to come back. I've been saying Austin Theory should do something because he was the man when Vince was here. Vince leaves. They make jokes. Oh, your daddy's not here no more. He's still a star. You saw what he was in NXT.
That was my guess. I thought it was Austin. I think it makes sense that it's Austin Theory, and I think
that's what a vision would be.
I think you drag it out though.
Or
Please do
Carmelo.
not
I doubt
come
it's
on.
Carmelo though. I doubt it's Carmelo, but that's another one. But I'm gonna say it's Austin
Here's the
Theory.
thing. Here's the thing. It's wrestling, bro. Like that's like I hate the guy that says, dog, my thing is it's fiction, bro. Like we're not gonna really sit here and pick apart plot holes, but you're okay with a motherfucker rising from the dead. Like we're not gonna pick apart plot holes.
Right.
You can make it whoever you want it to be. Drag this out. That is a story. Drag it. Make us guess who the fuck it is. Because I would be okay if it was Carmelo Hayes. I would be okay if it was Trick Williams. I would be okay if it was a lot of guys. But damn, don't show up on Raw or SmackDown this week and reveal it. Don't reveal it yet. Let it drag out for a little while.
It wasn't Trick because that man is a lot taller than the man they showed. And that was the first thing.
Here's
Mike,
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
That's not Seth Rollins. Look at his height.
Who cares about the guy in the ring?
Yeah,
it can be anybody.
Yeah,
who cares?
It could have probably been. It could have been one of them cops. Because
and that's the thing. We're searching for reality in a fucking fictional show. Who cares?
No, a lot of fans.
If that motherfucker would have materialized in the ring,
it's real to me. Damn it! That's the
wrestling,
problem,
bro. That's like when I'm watching Stranger Things and people picking apart. Oh, well, the timeline doesn't make sense because okay, but you're okay with a interdimensional demon that with doing like it's fiction, my guy.
I always
like,
tell people since you went there,
bro. Like, are we serious?
You said it made no sense that my man Cat went back to the future and changed everything, and you can't explain that. Then he comes back. Oh, it makes zero sense. But we're fans,
so what?
And we take fiction. It was entertainment. Exact. It gave us what we wanted.
Nigga, none of this shit makes sense.
Did this give you what you wanted though? Because it didn't for me.
My God, man. None of this shit, man. Listen, man. I've never done that, man. I've never sat and tried to pick apart plot holes and find plot holes. Who cares? Who cares, man?
The people who have no life and wants everything to make sense. And to me, last night though, on their behalf, again, because I feel like I know that I'm the guy who went nuclear on All Elite WWE. I was the guy that you guys had to tell me, yo, you're not watching TNA? Yo, this dude, AJ Styles, the Christopher Daniels, I'm sitting here like, I tune in. You know what I mean? It took Christian Cage and Kurt Angle to join before I said, oh, let me go watch. ECW's at its pinnacle. And I'm like, nah, they ass. Oh, I saw RVD. Now I'm watching. By that point, I missed a lot of good shit by the time Rob Van Dam came to the forefront. So they're not who they were. What WWE used to be, I get it. It's gone. I get we're in a different world, and I understand that for those who are like, well, he doesn't get it. No, I actually do get it. That doesn't mean that what they're giving me is wrestling. And it doesn't mean that it's giving, for those who want to, pick every word apart, this isn't sports entertainment either, because I was not entertained. And I get it.
Right. There you go. If you're okay, so if you're going to be a sports entertainment company, the entertainment portion of that is in the storyline. Y'all got to get better. You got to get better at telling me the story, man. Either be very good at wrestling or be very good at telling me the story. And what you actually are right now, because you're not a wrestling show, you're a sports entertainment show. And you're pushing that, but you're just not doing it very well right now. That's my biggest problem. Because you're doing things, you're abandoning them, you're pushing certain things. I mean, it's like, and we'll get into that because I got a big gripe with something else
Yeah.
now.
Well,
And with another one of those
I want to
matches.
announce that comment right then. That's why I always say wrestling's for different strokes for different folks. And I'm bringing Shay up for a reason again because she enjoyed it. Here's a woman who I know watches all kind of wrestling, goes to HOG, loves AEW, things of nature, and can still. And again, I'm in that. I watch all wrestling. This just didn't feel like Survivor Series to me, Shay. It just didn't make me feel like I was I got all the way to the main event and I sat there with my kids and I didn't say nothing until that point when I said this is garbage. And it wasn't because of what they gave. Yes, the matches were entertaining. I will give that. And I'll speak about one of them, which my daughter made fun of. But it just didn't feel like Survivor Series. Again, I missed the days of, like I said, you go back and watch those Survivor Series where you got the teams talking trash before the other team, and you got your Mr. Perfect's team talking. All of a sudden, you got Jake the Snake's team talking how we're going to beat them, and then we're going to beat them. Then the storylines, because what made Survivor Series where you had these 5 guys against each other that
these
all had
combustible
intertwining
figures together,
storylines. That went together. This was just literally copied and pasted and said, here you go entertain. And then I'm gonna tell you on the personal standpoint, I'm pissed that you go back to a baseball stadium. Last time the people in the baseball stadium was at the Royal Rumble, and that setup was terrible. They did it right in Petco Field. I give them that. They put the ring in the middle of the goddamn field, and they surrounded them, which is no, they did it in Tampa. But this match, winner, we got the mass assailant. Comment below. Let me know who you thought it was. Again, I think it was Austin Theory. I believe it's Austin Theory. I wouldn't be mad if it's Austin Theory or Carmelo Hayes.
I'm not even there yet. I'm not even there yet to the point where I'm even trying to figure out who it is. I want to see what they do with it. Because who it is isn't important. What are you going to build up to this? You took the time to have a guy leap into the ring, have an effect on the match, then hop out. What are you going to do with that? That's my thing. WWE was great at that. That's what WWE was great at.
What are
you going to do with that?
Where's my story? And like I said, for me, this was the best match of the night. Again, I love Roman. I love Brock's interaction. I think, damn, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes almost killed Bron Breakker in the ring. Whose fault that was it? The club that he not flip over too hard? I don't know, but you knew something was wrong when they didn't show his ass on camera for a minute.
I tell you what. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. Cody might have done it, but Brock ain't doing that shit. Roman ain't doing that shit.
Taking a doomsday device? Absolutely not.
Nah,
he may not take it long either. He almost broke his neck. He had a little cherry under his eye from falling. And so,
but he's still a kid, so he can take that kind of bump.
He's still a kid.
He can take that.
I will say this. Again, I said I knew Cena was going to lose. I know they gave Cena the belt because they wanted him to have that Grand Slam thing, which I
don't have a problem with that.
I didn't have a problem with it either. I don't even have a problem with Cena losing. I knew that he would lose. I personally loved all the antics because to me, they're taking Dominik Mysterio even surpass. Hear me out, people. I didn't say he's better. And how they're doing things with the antics even further than his daddy, Eddie Guerrero. Okay,
that's what they're trying to.
They're trying to
groom us to say that he's taking that legacy and running.
I'm waiting for the song to change. We lie, we cheat, we steal. Like, just bring it out there at this point, right? Like, he faked the injury with the shoulder, all for little.
I knew that was fake. Like, that was funny as shit.
I
knew it.
I want to go back because I didn't talk about it because I don't do post shows. Shout out to Unpopular Review still, but I'm sorry. The midget shit was hilarious. I'm sorry, the little people, and it wasn't because he was a little person. It was how the little person acted. When he couldn't get in the ring. We had the little soapbox cameraman who had to stand in the soapbox to like film him when he couldn't get in the ring.
Yeah, that was throwback WWE right there.
That was throwback. And you give me what you gave me yesterday. And again, coming out with Judgment Day, because I kept saying, he said it. Where was Judgment Day at? Where were y'all at? Right? Where was this at? I like that Cena it took all y'all to beat Super Cena, so I'm okay with it.
And that works for me. That works for me. I'm cool with that.
I'm okay with it. But I will say again, as a fan of Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, Hill, Tupac Shakur, never seen 17 Cena.
mean, anytime you involve the
should have gave
Judgment
him
Day,
the
it's
belt.
just
You
they're
should
all
have gave him
about
the belt a
theatrics.
while ago. That's my thing is this tournament, this farewell tour, and I don't want to hear the bullshit. That's the bullshit of where he wanted to lose. Okay, just like Sting wanted to lose. What did my man say? I don't care. Tony Khan said, I don't care. This man's going to lose. His last match, he's going to win. And he's going to win this title.
We'll figure it out afterwards.
We'll figure it out afterwards. Because I think that's how legends should go out. Cena could have won last night, and Dom could have got the belt back anytime he wanted to.
Yeah.
I think. And I get it. Yeah, give my man Dirty Dom the push. You know what I mean? The rub. But it took the entire Judgment Day.
But that's what the Judgment Day is about. So I wasn't shocked that they all about tomfoolery and chicanery and skullduggery. That's what they do. You know what I mean? So that wasn't like it was. I expected that.
Yeah, no, and you know what, Shay? I'm with you. Again, it's different. And I say this, and I always say this because I mean this with all my heart. I love the NXT crew that was on Pop Review, and I love Big Pop Theory because to me, they're wrestling fans like my children, where they can just watch it and then talk about what they watch. I've been doing this for so long between Fox Sports and I have to break it down and give my honest assessment. And when I'm watching it, I'm just like, yo, this is not Survivor Series.
I thought Liv's tie-in and how she kicked John Cena in the nuts was poetic. In the same way he did Cody, she got him the same way. Yeah. So I thought that tie-in was
they do. Then again, sometimes when WWE is hitting, they're hitting. You know what I mean? And that was the only storytelling in the whole damn pay-per-view, honestly. Was Cena in it because they did build a little something, right? And then from having Judgment Day, where are they at? Now they're all here, right? Not only they came out to the ring with them, then you get Finn and JD coming to the ring. Oh, Cena's whooping their ass too because it ain't gonna hit no girl. And then Liv fools them with the smack. And I'm even at that point, I'm shocked because I'm like, I'm telling Michaela and the kids, I'm like, yo, she don't have an all black or nothing. Because most people come back from injury. What are they? They automatically they're pushed to the face roll because the fans missed them, right?
Yeah, they miss them.
Well, no, she's going back heel because
they swerved us with that one. That was
Cena
cool.
In the nuts.
Give them credit for that. They swerved us with that.
Yeah,
they got
absolutely.
Me. They got me.
They got me. They got me with that.
And I like to be got sometimes. You know what I mean?
As soon as she jumped on him, we all saw, look at her face. There it is. You know what I mean? And gets down, kicks him in the nuts, and that's that. To me, this was the most entertainment match tonight.
Wait. Now, here once again, we go back to what do we say? It's cool, but what are you going to do with that now?
Well, there's nothing to do with it. Honestly, the man has one more appearance.
No. I'm talking about the whole Liv and Dom thing with the Judgment Day and Raquel and
that's
and
the
Roxanne.
thing that's always been scary. And I'm with you. And that storyline we've been talking about for a while now. Where does Roxanne fit in with the Judgment Day? Right?
I think this is an opportunity to give her a huge let Liv treat her like shit. And also, this is also a way to give Raquel a big push in terms of her going single because
Raquel
now that they formed that bond, now that Raquel and Roxanne have formed that bond, Liv comes back and gets that heel heat of treating Roxanne like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bullying her the whole nine. The crowd is going to garner sympathy for Roxanne. Raquel sees that and at some point puts a stop to it like, hey, whoa, this is too much. Because now we know how, she's taking Big Daddy Cool's advice in terms of how she wrestled. So that's an angle you play up with her now pushing her to a singles run as a face. I don't mind that at all.
I just want good storytelling.
Absolutely. Whatever it is, just get back to the real nuts and bolts. I'm
always going to be on my soapbox with I don't give a good dog damn how good a match is if it has no story to be before it and after it. It's like the Bible, y'all. Pre-text and post-text, and then what's in the middle? You got to put it all together. And to me, WWE haven't been putting anything totally together right now. I think they just throw shit on the wall and see if it sticks.
There's a great example of that on this card, too.
Throw it on the wall. Did it bounce?
There's a great example of that on this card.
And I thought they had an opportunity that they continue to have and let me personally as a fan down on what's there to be next. Then we got the match that personally, I'm calling out my daughter on this one. I was offended. I was highly offended from my daughter on this one. Oh, this is a let me go finish watching the dishes match. That is a Hall of Famer in Nikki Bella. And that's Stephanie Vaquer in the
Can
ring.
I say something quick?
Let me finish this real fast, Coach. To my daughter's credit, though, she said, Dad, we knew Stephanie wasn't going to lose. So why do I care about the match?
Okay. It's about that time where the honeymoon is over with Stephanie Vaquer, bro. The honeymoon is over. I need a little bit more character development than you walking out, giving a one finger, and you staring. I need some more, Stephanie. The honeymoon is over. You're not that big to aura farm like that.
That's the problem with the WWE, though, Coach.
You're not. Your aura is gone. It was cool at first, but once they put that strap on you, and you still didn't evolve your character. Now I get it. You're not a heavy English speaker, but emotionally, I just honestly, and you just said it. She is a phenomenal wrestler. But unfortunately, when you put the strap to her, and this is your world champion,
it's who you put around her, Coach. You know that.
They got to do something.
Dance partners, right? It's the thing that happened with Tiffany on the other side on SmackDown, right? It's the same thing, unfortunately, that can happen with Jade, which there'll be no Jade Cargill, no BGM, no Mercedes Moné slander on my watch ever again, right? But it's also, and this is why I continue to cheer for Mercedes Moné. People say, well, what storyline? What story? Are you not watching what's going on? There's nothing but storyline surrounding her.
Her whole existence
is a storyline.
She has had the same storyline since she had started, bro. Her storyline is going on right now under your nose.
I'm that, excuse me, mama, excuse me, ladies, but to her, it's just her words. I'm that bitch. Fucking stop me.
The same way, think about this. AEW is doing a great job with her story the same way they did with the whole Death Riders run, because that Death Riders run with Mox made the AEW title relevant in terms of he made it important.
I wanted a bigger payout, which we know we talked about. I thought it was a perfect spot for Shane. I'm the mark for that, who thought Shane was behind him and all. That didn't happen. But I don't want to make this an AEW thing but this is what's weird. This is how I know that for me, the pendulum is shifting. Because I never mention an AEW pay-per-view while I'm watching WWE pay-per-view and doing a review on the WWE pay-per-view. I just don't. But in this case, because you brought it up, right? To me, it's not Stephanie's fault. She's giving me what Stephanie is giving me. And I thought the match with her was pretty damn good with Nikki Bella. I'm a Nikki Bella fan. I'm a Nikki Bella mark, as a matter of fact. Okay? But I also knew Nikki wasn't winning. But also Nikki was just there to help get Stephanie over.
Yeah, we knew that. In some way, I hoped. I hope that they would swerve us.
But also ruining Rhea Ripley, in my opinion. They're ruining her. They're trying to make you stop trying to make them bigger than life stars when it doesn't equate to what you're showing me on the TV every week.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Okay, but in this match, the winner still Stephanie Vaquer, your women's champion. Where does Nikki Bella go from here? I don't know. I need more storyline to tell me that's for damn sure.
You turned her heel to do this.
Turned her heel to lose. But would the world have been pissed if Nikki won?
I think that would have generated more waves.
More waves than her losing to a match that my daughter, who loves women's wrestling, gets up and goes, I know the outcome. You know?
It's not even knowing the outcome. It's just, the match was just, if they took that match off the card, man, this was literally just
I don't think the match, I was, oh my gosh. I was saying, where are your champions in this pay-per-view?
I know, right? Yeah.
I just don't get it. Four matches. I think this was Nikki's best match since returning, one of her best matches in her whole career. I was proud of Nikki. I think
you got one of them.
Her second run to me has been good. That's just me. I think she's been putting on way better matches she did before.
You got two of the most charismatic new champions. Why not? Why not involve Chelsea Green in some kind of way in this pay-per-view? Everybody loves Chelsea.
Again,
Chelsea's heel heat is crazy. You got a brand new champion that has a great story behind her in Maxine Dupree. Give us some of that.
Could be the backstage stuff, Phil. It's surrounded by Thanksgiving, right? Where's the food fight? I got somebody like, did he just have? I don't give a fuck. Give me something.
Yeah.
Then 4 hours of a crowd screaming, no promos, no backstage fun,
None.
no vignettes, no nothing.
No
It
setup
was
for
match.
nothing.
You gave me a fucking commercial.
Yeah.
I
There was
pay.
nothing.
I pay. Non-ads on every app I got, Coach Phil. No bullshit. I pay for no. Shout out to Christopher Harris, who says, if we're going to share this, damn it, I don't do commercials. I said, man, that's a little bit extra money. He said, damn it, I don't do commercials. I said, fuck it, let's go. Now my kids be like, man, I hate watching YouTube TV because there's commercials. Any app I watch, I'm watching a pay-per-view.
Yeah, this was about as empty a pay-per-view as you could get, man. Because
Empty feeling.
It was just no backstage vignettes, no furthering of storylines, no nothing, man. It was just
what you think about them coming out with their entrances separate?
Take these matches and get out of my face.
What do you think about the entrance that came out separate? Like, we're going to the women's Survivor Series, and that's how we knew from there was no shark cage. They come out, and I feel bad for Lash Legend because here's her first ever official match on the main card, and it's Survivor Series that I knew they were going to lose because I knew the men were going to win on the other side. Heel to heel, face and face never wins. You already knew what it was going to win. It was WWE, right? So I knew this was, first of all, I don't want to be no slander because I have to be very careful when I'm speaking certain words. What the fuck did AJ Lee? What was she in this match for? She did absolutely nothing except for get the trash can to Ills. We looked up and said, oh, I forgot she was here. Same thing with Charlotte Flair between the first 5 minutes and the next 3 minutes. Survivor Series, fuck that. War Games is built on the person's advantage in the match, which I thought the men, I said earlier, that's what was they dominated. Them dudes beat the shit out them faces. Okay, because they had the advantage. That's what War Games is. It's 2-on-1. It's 3-on-2. What was this set with the women? Okay, that's bad booking. Not from the people in the match, whoever produced the match.
Somebody's supposed to take a beating in these matches. Somebody is supposed to take a beating.
What's her name? Kairi Sane got zero pop from the audience when she came out with the chain, right? I just the aesthetics. I try to get because I love pyro. I love a great big crowd.
What was the urgency with them coming to the ring, man?
This was a waste, Coach. This is. I want to say, arguably, this might be one of the worst Survivors I've ever saw. I know I got that's recent memory thinking, and someone's gonna say
it is.
They had the gobbledygookler in one of them.
Well, because here in this case, recency bias works against you because that left a bad taste in your mouth, and you don't get that from Survivor Series is a big event.
Not the Big Four. I'm looking to go to every WWE pay-per-view, especially the Big Four. I can look and say, because this is the world we live in. When an AEW fan will go, y'all thought that, y'all, what do you say on a house party? Y'all like this cookie cutter bullshit? Yes, we do. Okay, I get that what AEW does is different than WWE. I get that.
It's different.
I get it. Stop giving me cage matches with no blood. Stop giving me Stop doing the things that got you over. That's not this company's bottom line anymore. The underbelly of WWE is, first of all, you gave me an all red Hell in a Cell years back, which I thought the aesthetics of it looked great, but I got what people said this was stupid. Okay? You're still putting holes in the cages like motherfuckers is going to the top of the Hell in a Cell. They're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
All right. No one's falling to the Hell in a Cell anymore. Like, and we get it. That was not supposed to fucking happen.
Stop these matches, man.
Stop them from happening.
Stop them.
This should have been Survivor Series. At least you got to go with one tradition. Not on SmackDown that was taped the week before. Okay. I thought the ladies, I'm not going to lie to you. And I thought the ladies Royal Rumbles over the last few years. I thought they're Hell in a Cell. I thought the ladies have been just running WWE, honestly, in the last 2 years, probably outside the bloodline.
I'll say they've been the standouts. Let's say that.
Yeah, they've been the standouts. I didn't see nothing standing out today. Even when they're walking into the building, and I love Nia Jax. I love Queen Nia. This is why I have a problem with oh God, what's Charlotte's friend right now?
Alexa
Bliss. I go back to my WrestleMania in New Orleans, and I'm like, she's not beating her. But I get it's wrestling. The Big Show lost to Rey Mysterio. Anything can happen. But they're walking in when the show's starting. Every girl's dressed up. My girl Nia Jax got on sweats. My girl Nia Jax got those sweats. Okay. Becky Lynch looked out of place. This match for the women for me just didn't work, including the Io Sky bit. I get it. This is her skit. She's gonna do it. I'm gonna go up here. I don't know.
It just wasn't good. It wasn't good.
I
Man.
just
That's
can't,
all.
man.
Let's move on. You know what I mean? Like let's move. Let's get to the next pay-per-view, man, because you know you got to make up for this one. This wasn't good. And let's be honest about it. It just wasn't good. And that's okay. That's okay because you gotta have some valleys so you can get to some peaks. So let's try to limit the valleys now. Let's limit the valleys. Um, and let's come out of this one and let's you got you got groundwork to do anything you want because it's not like you told any story with this
You
pay-per-view at
told no
all.
story.
None. So
And
you can
that was the problem. Like, here you go. We mentioned it, right? You have all these ladies. The only story in this entire thing between them all, honestly, to me, was Charlotte and Rhea because they had to bury the hatchet to get Charlotte in the match. And they had the one-on-one on SmackDown, right? But even the Kabuki Warriors with Charlotte and Alexa, there's no payback for that. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no,
no.
that was your storyline. You got AJ Lee and Becky Lynch in this match. They barely touched each other, but they're the beef in the match, right? But they barely touch each other in this whole match because, again, why is AJ Lee in a WarGames match? She's not pulling that off.
Somebody, I always harken back to my recollection of War Games. Somebody is supposed to get their ass whipped. Somebody is supposed to be helped out of
J.J.
that ring.
Dillon got his ass whooped.
Somebody's supposed to be helped out of the ring.
Yeah.
That War Games is supposed to be, damn, man. I don't like niggas is not supposed to want to do that match. That was the lore of War Games. I just don't get that
That's like
feeling
the scaffold
anymore,
match. They got rid of that real quick.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. It's a scaffold match is a one-off because you ain't gonna keep doing that shit unless you got disposable talent. But you don't, I mean, you can put disposable talent on a scaffold, but man, that's dangerous now. Especially like coming after Owen Hart. You just don't want to see anybody. There's so much that could go wrong in that match. It's way past the point
Well,
where
enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
yeah, it's so much that could go wrong in that match that it's like, you know what? Let's just not do it. But War Games is a match where it's supposed to be crazy. It's supposed to be crazy.
Man,
And
this is a 3 out
this
of
was not crazy at all.
5 hardcore championships to me. That's
I'm
what I
sorry?
rate this pay-per-view. A 3 out of 5. And I ain't talking about Mick Foley hardcore championship. I'm talking about when it just kept getting passed around 24/7. This PLE was a pass around. This is Survivor Series. This is not Rebellion. This is Survivor Series. This is not Money in the Bank. And I know people say, well, that's when they're big four now. I don't care. This is Survivor Series. This is your second longest pay-per-view next to WrestleMania. This is your SummerSlam. This is not Hell in a Cell. This is not, Gold Rush. This is War Games Survivor Series. A staple
big deal. It's supposed
in
to be a
your
big deal.
household during Thanksgiving weekend.
It's supposed to be a big deal.
I was more excited about watching Notre Dame when it was over because I said, ooh, this is going to keep me up to watch Notre Dame play a 10:30 game at night. This is what I was more excited for, is that it kept me up to watch Notre Dame play last night. I'm sorry, Coach Phil. I've never, ever really been down on a WWE pay-per-view. I
agree. Hearing you say this is like, wow, this sounds wild, but we can agree on that. I mean, I don't want to say it's bad. I don't even want to say it was bad. It just was like bland, man. It was like, it was just bland. It's not that it was bad. It's just, it was bland. It was like, I didn't have to watch it. And I'm going to find something good about wrestling every single time.
That's the thing with wrestling, Phil. You used to feel like if you don't watch the Monday Night Wars, you're going to miss something. I missed nothing yesterday.
No, I didn't.
It was predictable. You knew it was going to happen. The only thing that happened was whoever that was came in the ropes that we know wasn't Seth Rollins. That's the only, and again, we don't even know if that wasn't Seth Rollins. We don't know what the fuck they're going to do with it. Okay? That's the only intriguing thing in this pay-per-view. The only thing. I just didn't get it. I just don't understand it. I was disappointed. This is coming from the guy who has stood here Yes, I want to work for them one day. I also came to the realization they're never going to hire me. I'm too damn controversial about my opinions about the company and how it's being run. I'm okay with that. I'm still going to watch them tomorrow as well. Okay, I'm pre-positioned to do it. That doesn't mean that I have to enjoy everything. And I gotta say it. I've been saying it now since you guys were on here. You and I had you and Spot on, and y'all talked about the other AEW pay-per-view. It was like right around the corner when we were doing it. And I was like, damn. And I started watching. And again, I'm not the biggest AEW fan because I don't like all the antics they do. But at least they're giving me consistency. You consistently know who they are. They consistently seems to get better. You got Samoa Joe. You got Swerve. You got. I tell my kids, oh, where this guy at? They're in AEW. I'm just not happy with this. Okay, that Hook's never gonna get over to me. Okay, that aside. Okay, that aside. Every company has its downfalls and bullshit. But right now, I can never think that WWE has been they have not been this bad to me since 04, 05. Right? When fans just didn't like them and they were really just, Cena, which I was still a fan of. Right? I always say I thought that Ruthless Aggression era is the best era of professional wrestling to me because it had the best of every generation was there. What am I watching now? You're just giving me star after star after star against star after star for no reason. You gave me a month ago Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes with what a week build? 2 weeks they built that.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
I'm
no
over
emotion
it.
invested in these matches a lot.
I'm
Of
not
times.
invested anymore. I'm just not. I keep holding out hope for the future of the company, and I don't get it, Coach. I don't get it.
It's
We got now tomorrow, as we get out of here, tomorrow, the tournament continues. But for what? For Cena to lose to Gunther? If anybody tells me if Gunther doesn't win this, that would be the only thing that surprises me. That if Gunther doesn't win this tournament.
My thoughts on that is, to me, there was only two logical last opponents for John Cena. One wasn't going to happen.
They didn't throw Randy Orton in there.
I thought that
you put the Miz in over Randy Orton. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I thought poetically it could have been well. Let me say three, because one, we know it ain't gonna happen. The only three logical last opponents would have been four, and we know actually three of them ain't gonna happen. It had to be one of those four OVO guys. I mean, it had to be either Batista, Brock Lesnar, which they already did, or
Orton. Orton's the one he hasn't wrestled on this tour.
And the only other two that you could think of, this one's not going to happen, would have been Edge.
And Jericho.
And here's my logical last match, just as a fun match, R-Truth. But you fucked the character up so much with what you just did with him over the past 4 or 5 months that didn't seem like it was a thing now. But that would have been the logical last match for John Cena. A very fun match. It could have been tongue-in-cheek, comical. It could have got serious. You could have went a lot of ways with John Cena versus R-Truth as his last match. Knowing that's R-Truth's childhood.
Ron Cena. Yeah.
You could have
in DC, where you had the whole little Jimmy thing at Capital Punishment anyway, where they wrestled. When
you could have done a lot with the build up.
But they just ruined R-Truth. R-Truth came. They had a chance to blow R-Truth through the roof with the whole him quitting his name, cutting the locks, all that kind of stuff, and none of that came to fruition. And that's where they dropped the ball. I just think they're constantly dropping the ball. And again, I want to be as harsh as other people. Fire Triple H, this, that. We don't know what that man's allowed to do and what he's not allowed to do. That's
better, man. Just do better. You see this shit.
You got to say, hey guys. But again, this is where I think wrestling fans, and we're gonna pull back and get out of here. They don't really give a fuck because the numbers are crazy.
Yeah, but they're bottom line in it. They're bottom
line in this thing.
They bottom line in this thing right now, man. And hey, as a business decision, do what you do, man. Until that bottom line changes, nothing may not. It may get worse. It may get worse. I hope it doesn't get worse, but it could get worse.
I'm sorry, I just got a message about someone asking me if I want to buy their Roman Reigns title. Yes, I do. Any final words we get about here?
No, just hopefully, man, we get better content from WWE. I'm satisfied with what AEW has been putting out. I mean, AEW is never going to topple WWE, and any second promotion is never going to topple WWE. It is what it is. So that's not the goal. The goal is to just put quality programming out there. And I want WWE to get back to that quality programming, man. You're a TV show. You pride yourself on being pro wrestling and sports entertainment. Get back to that, man. Get back to that. all the way up and down the roster, and not just at the top of the roster. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't have a pay-per-view today. My Eagles suck. They lost to my hometown Bears on Friday.
You said
They
the
don't
Eagles
play.
suck.
They don't. They,
Ah,
they don't pay again till
that
next
is
Monday.
funny.
Like, damn it! I'm just gonna play 2K all day. That's what I'm gonna do. I have
Hey man,
nothing
this
to
is a
do.
stress-free Sunday for you.
Stress-free Sunday.
I call
I
them
won't have a
stress-free
heart attack.
Sundays,
Listen,
man.
there will be no Mike Knoxxx Show tomorrow. You know how we do it, yo. Once we come here on Sundays from a pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it. I don't come on Mondays. I give that to myself. So, guys, listen, do me a favor. Follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff that is out there. But
Hit that button.
Do not wake up tomorrow morning without saying to yourself, I love me some me. And if you don't love God, and always remember, yo, Mike, who you going for today?
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
I mean, if by now you don't understand,
Message.
what do you want me to do? And you continue to think you're better than me?
Stop it. Get some help.
You have to understand one thing. 17 years and you got 70 episodes.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
So if you want to come at Mike Knoxxx, well, pause. But if you think you can handle what I got, pause.
Just bring it, bitch.
I'm out of here, y'all.
All right, bro.
Peace.
Pleasure having, pleasure.
Bite my tongue